Jenny McDowell joins us today. Coach, you've had a little bit of time to reflect and kind of mull over things from a very successful, great season for volleyball.
You know, it was a tremendous season. I mean, you think about the first weekend that we started with at Barry and took a loss in that first weekend and made some immediate changes, and to go on the run that this team did, winning 39 matches and only losing 4, is just a credit to their passion, their work ethic every single day, and all the players on the team understanding their role. And it was an unbelievable run to the championship match.
You know, talk about people think, oh, 39 wins, stroll in the park, but you know, for a lot of the season, you know, you didn't have like your whole team together. You know, you missed Kat McGrath for part of the year, then you lost Jess Holler for a little bit. Talk about that.
It was amazing. I mean, the depth of our team. I mean, we were able to use quite a few players throughout the season, and you know, the losing Kat for the first half of the year and then losing Jessica Holler for a large part of the year, and seeing what Shannon Nugent did, filling in both those spots and then coming in the championship match. And again, it's just a credit to everybody on this team understood their roles. And you know, I told them after the match I was so proud of them, and it was without question one of the most enjoyable seasons I've ever had in my coaching career.
You know, talk about the final weekend. Obviously, you know, quarterfinal, semifinal matches against really two great opponents in Williams and Stevens Point.
You know, I thought Williams played us extremely well. I mean, they did some things we hadn't seen before. They ran a really fast tempo offense, and so it took us a little while to catch up to that game, and once we did, we were pretty effective. And I thought Wisconsin-Stevens Point was one of the best teams in the whole country, and they showed that by the teams they beat throughout the year. And it was a great matchup for us, and I thought we played really well. And then going in that championship match, I mean, that was a thrilling match. I mean, when I think about the set 4 and being down 17-10 and coming back and winning that set and then going to the 5th set, it was up for grabs for either team, and it was an unbelievable battle to the end.
You know, obviously people talk about, you know, the 5-set match, but let's get back to that 4th set. You're down 17-10, and let's, you know, things aren't looking great for Emory, you know, to be honest. And then somehow, you know, your team found a resiliency to fight back and win that 4th set.
You know, I think this team, we came up with a motto to love the battle. And, you know, the moments all season long, when our backs were up against the wall, I would look out there with such confidence when I see, you know, Sydney Miles leading the team as a setter, and, you know, the only first-team All-American setter there was on that team. And, you know, just her drive and her passion. And then you look at Leah Jacobs and her unbelievable fight, and then you look in the back row and you see Kate Bowman there. I mean, there were so many experienced players out there, not just great players, but just determined athletes, and the amount of comebacks. You know, I'm not surprised we came back in that 4th set. I'm surprised we did it 17-10 against a great team, and I thought that set really signifies the entire season.
Was there any point during the season that you had kind of a aha moment, like, okay, we got something going here? Or is it just kind of a gradual appreciation of what this team was going through week to week?
You know, it was really a gradual thing, because I told them there was not one practice where they did not come in wanting to get better. I mean, it was interesting. Every single starter would be there doing individual work with Joe Goodson before I even arrived. And, you know, those are the starters, those are the seniors, and they were putting in all the extra time. And every time I walked down into the gym and I saw that, I knew how passionate they were and how much they wanted this. And man, they can be so proud of what they accomplished.
You know, and talk about it from a program perspective now. This is the 3rd time in the last 5 years where your team's been one of the last 4 standing. You know, 4 out of 7. Just talk about the consistency, and, you know, obviously you want to win the national championship, but it's just as important to be there year after year after year.
Yeah, you know, a dear colleague of mine whose team won the national championship a couple years ago, I mean, she wrote me an email and she said, "Do you understand what your team has done over a long period of time?" And that really hit me. And she said, when you really look at the landscape of Division III volleyball, your team has been there more than any other team. And that's what I think I'm going to take away from this, is that our team and our program has kept at the very top. You know, you see some teams get up there and then go down a little bit, but we've been able to maintain that. And I think it goes back to just consistency in the program, a great staff, recruiting really hard, and recruiting the right kind of players.
You know, you lose 4 seniors, and we've talked about them in the past, and obviously the 4 isn't a big number, but obviously their contributions are huge. So, I mean, what's kind of the word to the returners for during the upcoming off season?
Yeah, they got to step up. I mean, I think these seniors will go down as one of the most successful classes we had, and just, you know, getting better every time. I mean, they came in as great players, but they're leaving great players, and I think that was the key. They were always working in the weight room and out of season, and it was a 12-month process for them. They didn't just play in our traditional and non-traditional season. They stayed committed to getting better every single day and every single month, and so our younger kids have a lot to live up to, and those are 4 big shoes to fill, but I'm excited about the returners that we have, and our recruiting class is one of the tops we've had in the last few years.
So now, obviously, it's that time of the year where you and your staff go recruiting, and I imagine you guys will be beating the bushes here pretty soon.
Absolutely. I thought to myself, okay, I'll take a week off, and the day after the national championship, I'm on my emails already recruiting, and I think that's why we stay at the top. It's just a relentless pursuit of excellence, and we're working our tails off already, and needing to bring new kids in, and there's an unbelievable excitement about our program just across the country, and that again just shows what we've been able to do over an extended period of time.
Well, all right, Coach, thanks for your time. Hey, again, congratulations on a great year, and I'm sure we'll be catching up with you sometime down the road.
Thank you so much.